Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of Nebraska Public Media. For Spanish captions, change CC settings to Service 2 on your television. Nebraska Public Media Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska for the 2021 NSAA Soccer Championships. And this evening, our final of 4 titles will be handed out. It'll be either the Lexington Minutemen or the Skutt Skyhawks. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with two-time All-American, BYU Hall of Famer Marion McCrary. Great to have you with us here at Morrison Stadium. Skutt Skyhawks in this title game for the 10th time overall, and for Lexington, their first ever appearance.
Right, Skutt's looking for their 7th title tonight, going up against Lexington, first-time finalists. They've got a really dynamic attack, but they've got to get it past Zach Weiss, who's looking for his 19th consecutive shutout. Yeah, remarkable. Let's take a look at location of both of these teams. Obviously, the Minutemen are from Lexington, straight west on I-80. Omaha Skutt right here in Omaha. How did they get here? Let's look at the bracket, and you see Skutt with wins over Platteview and a tough one against Bennington. Bennington scored its first goal against Skutt in more than 1,500 minutes, and Lexington with wins over South Sioux City and Mount Michael to make it to the championship. The third member of our crew is Ryan Mix. Let's go down to the field.
Thanks, guys. Well, it should be a very intriguing matchup. Lexington's outstanding offense against Skutt's stout defense. Lexington has 7 players who have scored 10 goals or more this season. 21 different players have gotten on the board for the Minutemen this year. Meanwhile, Skutt had not given up a goal for around 1,500 minutes. They've only given up 3 goals this year, so it'll be great to see how Skutt's great defense handles Lexington's dynamic offense.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Skutt trying to go back-to-back. The girls won earlier tonight. Can the guys take it home tonight? The Class B state championship coming up next on Nebraska Public Media. Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of Nebraska Public Media. To get those Spanish captions, change CC settings to Service 2 on your television. Back here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha, terrific look at a packed house for this Class B state championship. Let's get introduced to the players. For that, we go to Chad Price.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Creighton University's Morrison Stadium in the 2021 NSAA State Soccer Championships for tonight's contest between Lexington High School and Omaha Skutt Catholic High School. The NSAA is proud to recognize its premier corporate partners, U.S. Bank, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, and Ortho Nebraska. We request that spectators not go onto the playing field at the conclusion of the game because of the possibility of injury to players and or spectators. The Nebraska School Activities Association is not responsible for any injury caused by spectators rushing onto the playing field. In addition, we ask that fans do not climb on or lean over the concrete retaining wall surrounding the field. And now for the introduction of the players and coaches, beginning with the Lexington Minutemen. Number 0, Eduardo Gomez Vasquez. Number 2, Kenny Morales Suarez. Number 4, Jason Tovar Bartres. Number 6, Narciso Ramirez. Number 7, Joshua Morales de Leon. Number 8, Jordi Enamorado. Number 9, Oscar Galvin Margado. Number 10, Jose Casillas. Number 11, Diego Martinez Maravilla. Number 12, Miguel Raimundo Jesus. Number 15, Bradley Orozco Gonzalez. Number 16, Alexander Perez Tunay. Number 17, Luis Mejia Garcia. Number 18, Freddy Vargas Cuito. Number 19, Victor Guzman. Number 20, Ernesto Vargas Hernandez. Number 23, Harold Pineda Mayorga. Number 27, Manuel Saranza Gomez. Number 28, Ezequiel Lucas Reynoso. Number 31, Alexander Cruz Castaneda. Number 35, Oscar Echevarria. And number 41, Angel Diaz. The Minutemen are led by coaches Joel Lamus, Dominique Mills, Connor Williams, George McHarg, Anita Barkman, and head coach Jess McHarg. And now, the players for the Skutt Skyhawks. Number 0, Zachary Weiss. Number 1, Andrew Davidson. Number 2, Samuel Shent. Number 3, Kyle Hansen. Number 4, Caleb Voss. Number 5, Blake Flom. Number 6, Ryan Zavadil. Number 7, Aiden Trum. Number 8, Dylan Toth. Number 9, Michael Kamenzen. Number 10, John Myers. Number 11, Kyle Stoppick. Number 12, William Tobabin. Number 13, Zachary Orada. Number 14, Dominic Costanzo. Number 15, Miguel Thompson. Number 16, Ryan Witt. Number 19, Tyler Phillips. Number 21, Cale Carlson. Number 23, William Kubat. Number 24, Charles Fletcher. And number 26, Morgan Finkenbinder. The Skyhawks are led by coaches Matt Bragg, Jack Toma, Eric Benzel, Bill Cunningham, Joe Koenig-Wilcox, Peter Koenig-Wilwerding, Rachel Twist, and head coach Justin Zabawa. Our officials this evening are headed by Brent Wilson with Michael Barton, Jeremy Bourbon, and fourth official, Mike Ricker. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Class B state championship soccer here on Nebraska Public Media. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the 21-1 Skutt Skyhawks, coached by Justin Zabawa in his 8th season.
Yeah, we're expecting to see a 3-5-2 tonight. Skutt likes to play in this 3-5-2. They've got strong defenders in that 3 center back, and they're going to look to attack with those wing backs, Ryan Zavadil and Caleb Voss.
Lexington Minutemen coming in at 20-1 on the year. They were the number 2 seed, coached by Jess McHarg.
To be fair, this 4-2-3-1 isn't that much different from the 3-5-2. You're going to see Junior Casillas and Diego Martinez kind of in that wing-back role, but I expect to see them pushing up higher on the field. We've got a 4-back for Lexington Minutemen.
Zach Weiss in goal for the Skutt Skyhawks. Goals against average for this Skyhawks team, .115. He has 18 shutouts on the season.
Not just shutouts, consecutive shutouts.
Right. Both of those are Nebraska School Activities Association state records. 3 goals allowed this season. These two teams have squared off once this year. That was in the third game of the season for Lexington, and meanwhile, Skutt had already played 6 games, so very different. Lexington had 2 under their belt, Skutt had 6 already, but it was won by Skutt 3-1, and the conditions were not ideal that day either. 30-mile-an-hour wind, which can really change a game.
It's a tale of two halves when you've got 30-mile-per-hour wind. It certainly changes the game, and it's very rarely any indication of what this game will be like tonight.
Kickoff handled by the Minutemen, and we're underway here in the Class B Championship, the final of our 4 state championships we've brought you on Nebraska Public Media over the last 2 days here from Morrison Stadium. Sent in right away by Miguel Raimondo.
And even though you've got Lexington playing with that 4-back, look to see their outside backs getting involved in the attack. They're still going to be attacking-minded defenders, and they're going to put pressure on that back line.
Raimondo with it. Tried to get it to Perez. Off of Toth and out. Another throw in. Alvin to Raimondo. To Perez. Perez had some extra playing time while Junior Casillas was out and really stepped up for this team.
Junior Casillas had a scope on his knee 3 weeks ago. So lost some minutes. Obviously, it was probably something that was affecting his game time even before he had the scope. You know, when you get to a point where you're like, we have to get this knee scoped, have to get this meniscus taken care of. You know, it's been bugging at him for most of the season up to that point.
Yeah, if you've had a meniscus before, you know, that can kind of catch your knee. And here we go. First run for Skutt, the cross in front. Great run by Zavadil. Up the outside.
It's definitely not the start that Eduardo Gomez wanted inside his box for the first run of play. Almost an own goal here. Skutt just can't quite capitalize. Ryan Zavadil, though, he went for the kill on that. Had a little bit of bend, just didn't quite bend it enough.
Back to Zavadil again. Zavadil with speed, trying to get the corner. Trying to find the angle.
And this is what we expect to see in a 3-5-2. These wingbacks are going to get high. They're also going to stay nice and wide, trying to stretch out that back line. Unfortunately, it looks like we've got a little injury here to start out.
Alex Cruz, watch this again. Ooh, a knee right in the back, yeah.
Yeah, he went down right away.
Ooh, yeah. Alex Cruz.
And I would expect this to be a physical game. Both of these teams have players who are going to go after the ball. They're going to try, especially inside the box, they're going to try to do whatever they can to get some part of their body on the ball, trying to make contact and redirect it towards the goal.
Cruz, a junior, 3 goals and an assist on the year. On that back line, the left center back for the Minutemen. What a terrific conversation we had earlier this week with Jess McHarg, the head coach of the Minutemen, in his 8th season. So much of a culture change that has been implemented there with this Lexington program.
Yeah, he mentioned that they've had a season-long motto that the next game is the big game.
Yeah.
You know, and now they're in the finals. This is the big game. There's no more games after this. You got to leave it all out in the field.
Nice drop, nice dribble. Taken off it, good play by Shent. Amadil again.
Like Ryan mentioned in the opening, Lexington has a lot of players that know how to score goals. If you look at their midfield, Yoskar, Alex, Diego, and Junior all have 10 goals on the season. But if I'm being honest, Junior Casillas is where this offense is going to go through. Offside again. And to be fair, Skutt is aware. They, Coach Zabawa talked about just how dangerous Junior Casillas can be, and they're prepared to manage that and defend him.
Skutt's only loss on the year came to a really talented Lincoln Southwest team. They lost that 1-0 Southwest, of course, in the Class A state championship game last night. Sent in again, right in front of the goal. Opportunity, set back and then put through. No! They're going to say no, off the post and down. Did not get in.
Unbelievable. I thought for sure that was headed in.
Let's see it again.
Great cross. I mean, Skutt is just putting numbers inside the box. One save, and referee was spot on with that call. The ball hit the crossbar and came down, but never came across the line. And that's the key. Even if that ball touches that end line, it is not a goal. But I think we're already seeing a trend from Skutt here. I don't think that they mind how many offside calls they get tonight. They're going to look to attack at that back line and get behind the back line. They've got a lot of speed up top, and they're trying to use it.
Foul will belong to Lexington. Here's the crossbar again.
Gotta love this angle right here. What a great save by Eduardo. And then just so unlucky almost for Skutt.
Free kick here. Cruz.
Yoskar Galvin, he's quite a talented player. He's going to keep this midfield together and really be that pivot player who can just find the dimes, find those spaces that he needs to. This kid can do it all. He can hit the ball, short range, mid range, long range, but he can keep the ball on his foot too. And this is something that Lexington is going to have to be aware of. Not only is Skutt going to push that back line and line up trying to get those balls behind, they're going to try to draw fouls too. This is a dangerous area of the field.
So free kick here for Andrew Davidson.
And we just saw a great opportunity off the last cross. Let's see if it happens again.
Far side, headed near the far post and cleared by the Minutemen. And a corner upcoming for the Skyhawks.
Skutt putting a lot of pressure on this back line early. We're only 7 minutes in, and they're really pushing that back line. Lexington's going to need to get organized.
Davidson again. Goes through the 18. And now Lexington. Nice job there by Sam Shent.
Yeah, Sam reads this really well. He gets his body, just puts his body in front of the ball. Forces Diego Martinez to have to jump over, and ultimately Sam Shen ends up with it. So off to a quick start here, but just wide. Kyle Hansen on the shot there.
Download the MaxPreps app for the latest updates on your favorite athlete team.
Lexington at the midfield, now moving into the attacking third, but sent ahead. And Vargas shook his head after sitting that one in.
And you know, early in these games is where you see these nerves kind of getting played out and settled in. And for a team like Lexington, this being their first time in the finals, those nerves might take a little bit longer to kind of get worked out. Lexington kind of adjusting a little bit to Skutt's trying to, they're threatening that back line, and Lexington's already made some adjustments, dropping more numbers back.
And Junior Casillas with it. You see how good he is on ball. Casillas takes it. Casillas, good shot on. Near post.
Well done by Zach Weiss to cover that near post. Junior Casillas working some fancy footwork over here. And even with a second defender behind, he's still able to come in and get this shot off.
Since that injury, that repaired meniscus when he had the scope about 3 weeks ago, he was playing more mid, and they moved him now out to that wing on the right side. A little more space for him to operate. It's been good. Alex shot well over the crossbar.
Yeah, Coach McHarg talked about being able to get him more isolated. He's so good in that 1v1, and we just saw a little bit of it there. Almost a 1v2, and he's still able to work around and get those shots off. Just giving him a little bit more space and isolate him against those defenders. That's where he's really dangerous.
There by Vargas.
And here we go again. Skutt, you can see their speed on display. Alex Cruz.
Great tackle by Cruz.
Wonderful 1v1 defending against a very speedy Kyle Hansen.
Hansen had that edge. He was actually starting to pull away. So Coach Sabawa talking about really confident in his team, and in his words, we have talent all over the field, both the ability to handle the ball well and terrific speed.
Yeah, we've already seen a little bit of that tonight. They're not going to slow down. So the adjustment I was talking about, we'll look at this tackle real quick. Alex Cruz just so good and patient here. Maybe probably a little foul, got his hand wrapped around him, but a little early in the game to be calling a penalty kick for kind of a soft foul, if you're going to call it that. You always got to trust that the referee has the best angle, the best view, even based on what we see. We think we see it all. He's right there. Referees know what's going on.
I've learned over time, Baron, that the best view in any venue is from the seats. Just Ask the fans. They've got the best view. The best view anyway. Look out. In on it's Galvin. Galvin crosses. Goal for Lexington. Perez puts it in.
You listen to this crowd, and you know what this means to them. What a beautiful buildup. Yoskar pulls this beautiful cross right inside the 6, beats Zach Weiss on the cross, and they're able to get it in on the back post. These are extremely difficult for any goalkeeper to handle. Alex Perez, 11 goals now on the season. Junior Casillas started that. When he got that ball on the edge of the 18 and drives in, he draws so much attention. Yoskar makes that amazing overlapping run and plays a perfect ball across. This is that dynamic offense that Ryan talked about at the beginning. It's on display.
13 minutes in, Lexington on the board.
Certainly not going to count Skutt out. We still got a lot of game time to play, and Skutt is, they're not going to give up at any point in this game.
Just the 5th goal allowed this season by Skutt. 2 of those coming here at State, 1 against Bennington, and now this against Lexington. How about the freshman, Alex Perez, who was getting playing time, but with that injury to Junior, that he goes out for 3 weeks, Perez played a much bigger role, had significant minutes. And that's really when Coach McCart thinks that things started to turn for Lexington. The confidence grew. The understanding of what they could do is this is sent into the 18, a header. And sent away by Eduardo Gomez.
Certainly Alex Perez getting some extra minutes with Junior Casillas out, and then recognizing that Junior could be so valuable out on the wing, keeping Alex in that middle. It's definitely paying off.
Zavado crosses again, another header.
There's
Opportunity, Hansen, put away by Eduardo.
Unbelievable save again from Eduardo. That's a point-blank shot. You're talking about 8 to 10 yards out.
Well, another great opportunity, and Skutt has had a few. Got also by Vargas to get to it.
Again, another cross. This is where they're really dangerous. They're getting numbers in the box. A little bit of a mishandle there from Alex Cruz, and Kyle Hansen gets a great shot. Eduardo with those reflexes. You don't have much time to think when the ball's coming that hard, that fast, from that close. Yeah, unfortunately, we'd love to see Kyle Hansen find a corner. If he takes a little bit of power off and slots that into a corner, I think we're tied up 1-1.
Substitution for the Skyhawks. Cameron Zine comes in. Hansen will get a break.
And Skutt's going to have a lot of depth. They're going to be able to, they're going to be looking to sub a lot, looking for fresh legs. They really want to pressure that back line, and they got to have fresh legs to do it.
Taken by Junior Casillas. Raimondo will pull from the back line and take the throw in. drops. Carries in. Galvin's shot on. Or over. Little tall.
Yoskar Galvin is going to test Zach Weiss. He's got the range. This is a kid who spends 2.5 hours practicing on his own before heading out to a game. The kid loves to play. He loves to train. He's going to keep testing Zach Weiss. He'll take those long-range shots if they're going to give him the space.
The reason we know that he was out there practicing 2 hours before a game is there was a family that lives near the field across the street from Lexington, from the high school, and they called the coach and said, is a player waiting to go check on him? He's out there for 2 hours now. He's playing soccer. He has a game tonight. Does he know that? Shot on! Tipped away! Terrific save by Zach Weiss.
And that's where we see some of that fantastic athleticism that Zach Weiss brings. This is why he has 18 shutouts.
Pause it right over.
His timing and his technical ability on that, perfect.
That leads to a corner kick here for the Minutemen.
You know, you saw Zach Weiss there. He's organizing his defense on these corner kicks. One of the things that Coach Zabala said about Zach Weiss was that he's so talkative. He's constantly organizing. He's communicating with his players. It's one of the things that makes him great. And you know, he's headed to Nebraska Wesleyan.
Yeah.
I think they might be in good hands. Of course, I think Nebraska Wesleyan is going to pick up a good handful of these Skutt players. Caleb Voss, Andrew Davidson. Anybody I'm missing?
I think that's it.
John Myers.
Myers.
Nominated Gatorade Player of the Year, John Myers, also going to Nebraska Wesleyan.
Hanson, Davidson, Myers, yes, you're right. Casillas again with it. Up the near side. Two defenders on him. Looking for an angle.
And that'll work for Skutt. They'd rather give up a free throw. No, a throw-in.
Let's look at all of the college commits for the Skyhawks. Weiss, Davidson, Voss, all the Wesleyan. Saw Thompson at Benedictine.
A wrestler, though.
Wrestler, yep. Football. Kubat's playing football at Midland.
Charlie Fletcher playing basketball at Morningside. Crowd definitely looking to impose themselves a little bit on this game.
Far side of the pitch, bringing it up. A good cross, just tipped away at the last second. Midway through half number one here at Morrison Stadium. The carry in by Junior. The cross and the goal by Perez. Lexington with the lead. Back at Morrison Stadium. Jess McCarg has his father, George, on the staff, Director of Football Operations. Let's go down to Ryan.
Yeah, guys, really cool for Jess to have his dad help him out. Jess has been coaching at Lexington for 8 years, and George has been helping out for the last 4. And Jess said that they call him the director of soccer operations. So as a volunteer head coach, or as a volunteer assistant coach, he has a really important title. But all joking aside, Jess said it's great to have him on staff. His dad, George, coached Jess when he was younger all the way up until high school, and said it just made a lot of sense for him to have his dad with him, and his dad's extremely humbled and honored to be a part of his coaching staff, and said he's really proud of the culture that Jess has built here at Lexington. And I know culture is something that Jess talked about as a lot when we were able to visit with him the other day. So really cool for Jess to be here with the Lexington team, their first state championship, and to share this moment with his dad.
Yeah, culture, you're right, Ryan. It was absolutely the one takeaway from the conversation with McCarg, and what he's trying to and has built at Lexington is, this culture of accountability. Treating all the players the same, demanding excellence off the field as well as in the classroom and even in the community. I thought it was interesting. These players they're required to give back to the community. Many of them help coach junior teams at the YMCA, and coach will help them with the lesson plan and the game plan, but they're the assistant coaches that are out in their community.
Yeah, I love that he has them do that. Getting them involved in coaching from a young age is a great start. He also has academic requirements, has an academic advisor, and makes sure that they keep their grades up or they can't travel.
Yeah, Anita Bachman, one of his first hires on his staff, he said, I had to have an academic advisor, so I hired Anita Bachman. They're all responsible to a grade point average, and if they don't meet it, they don't play. He said it was very difficult early on, like some of the players didn't believe it.
A bit of an adjustment.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's...
Once you get that established, though, and then that becomes the norm.
That's right. Yep, it was a great hire by Lexington. They're led by a terrific athletic director as well, and Phil Truax.
Well, and now you see, you've got three players from this Lexington team going on to college, Iowa Western Community College. They're going to continue playing, but they're going to get their education.
Yeah.
Look at Anita right there. Yeah. She's on the bench. She's part of the team. So here we see Yoskar again. I talked about this earlier. He's kind of that engine of the midfield. He's going to come back and get the ball from his goalkeeper, and he's going to really start the attack.
Cross cleared by Skutt.
Yeah, good clearance there from John Meyer. One of the things that I think John does really well back there, just like we talked about earlier, Zach Weiss communicates really well with his back line. But John Myers, such a good communicator. You can see him down there organizing things. It's what you need from your center back.
Phillips to the far side.
Really cool display of sportsmanship over there. Lexington helping the Skutt player up off the ground. And you want to see that physical, aggressive play, but they respect each other. These two teams have a lot of respect for each other. Awesome to see.
Yeah, we heard Coach McCarg say that. He said one of the first coaches to call him and congratulate him when he got the job was Justin Zabawa. A lot of mutual respect, so I consider him a friend. These two coaches, Justin Zabawa of Skutt and Jess McCarg of Lexington.
And they were both very complimentary of the other team. They just spoke very highly about how talented the players are, how they play so well connected with each other, and what a challenge they expected this to be.
There's Phillips with it. Witt trying to work on it. Witt has it back. In the 18, shot on, and there once again is Gomez.
Good read by Gomez there to come off his line. Really quick footwork to grab that out of there before anybody from Skutt could really have a chance at it. And that's what he's going to need to do. Skutt is going to continue to attack in these wide channels and cross the ball in. They're really good at getting numbers in the box. They're really good at getting these crosses off. It's going to happen all night.
One to nothing here in the Class B state championship. Lexington's goal at 21-15 to take a 1-0 lead. Skutt has not been without its opportunities. They've had point-blank shots a couple of times, and Eduardo Gomez has come up big for the Minutemen.
So we talked about this earlier, the adjustment that we saw Lexington make early on. Instead of trying to get into a foot race with Skutt every time, they're actually trying to just deny the pass, whether it's with their head, whether it's with their foot. They're trying to act more like a wall that prevents that pass from getting through, so they don't have to turn and chase. Oh, that's a
ball
great
pass. And then the sliding tackle. Give and go there, huh?
Really nicely done on both sides of the ball. Alex Cruz is so good using his body, using his feet, getting his body between the player and the ball, between the ball and the goal.
Corner kick. Nice settle on the run by Junior. Now ahead to Junior. Into the game now for the Skyhawks is Ryan Zavadil. Back in. Play there by Skutt. Get it out of the attacking third for Lexington.
This is really one of those games where you can, if you want to study transition, this is the game to watch.
Taken by Freddie Vargas, then take it back away. Ramirez with the throw in.
Both these coaches have used their subs to strategize here. We got Skutt looking to put 4 new players in. Again, they're going to use that depth that they have to try to get those fresh legs in. They're getting their starters back in for a last push here at the end of this half. So that was Alex Cruz, the center back for Lexington, getting all the way involved in the attack. Actually a smart foul there to allow your center back to get back into shape. Back into the defensive shape.
Toth crosses.
Nice cut.
Flom with it on goal. And Gomez with the save.
Based on the cheering of this crowd, I think it's safe to say that maybe the entire town of Lexington is here tonight.
Goodness.
They certainly represent the entire town, right?
It's also another point McCard made is how the community's adopted soccer and adopted this team and really become big supporters.
We even heard about other coaches and other, Kearney and some of these other schools out west that were reaching out and
Tries to go over, tipped away. Nice job. Weiss again.
great job by Weiss to get his hand on that. I'm not sure if he misjudged it or if he purposely was waiting for this ball, but this ball kind of hangs in the air a little bit here. That's great timing. Yeah, nice job to get a hand just out of the reach of Diego Martinez.
Played backwards by Lexington.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Lexington has gotten their nerves worked out.
The goal will do that.
Yeah.
Here's Hansen with it. Hansen controls. Savadil with the cross right in front.
You know, it's interesting thinking about these two goalkeepers that tonight have already both come up with some impressive saves. You know, we talked a lot about Nolan Fieldworth last night. He's going to Division I, going to play at Northern Illinois, and yet Zach Weiss and Eduardo having a Division I type of performance so far.
Right. Here's Davidson has it. Davidson through the middle. And they will call the foul.
Yeah, I was about to say that the referee had to make that call. Eduardo was a little bit slow coming off his line to pick that up. And I think without this foul, he may have gotten himself into no man's land there. Definitely clipped the heels.
And a yellow card on Alex Cruz.
Yeah, and here's the thing, he wasn't on his own alone going to goal, but because there wasn't necessarily anybody in front of him, just to the side of him, that's why it's a yellow card versus a red card. If nobody is right there and he gets clipped, that becomes a red card situation. But you've got two defenders side by side. I don't know if Alex Cruz needs to put his hand out there and kind of pull him down. And potentially, you know, maybe Skutt trying to draw that foul a little bit, plays it up a little bit. Either way, it works out. They've got a free kick in a dangerous place on the field. Well, and I don't think that's going to be the last of Alex Cruz being involved in some close physical plays, you know? So now...
Here it is, free.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What a save again! Eduardo Gomez.
I tell you what, IWCC is getting a big-time goalkeeper. He may not have quite the size that typically Division I colleges want to see, but he is playing big tonight.
There's Perez with it. Casillas. Check that, that's Diego Martinez, and Martinez just over the crossbar.
I mean, here we're talking 13 yards out, and he's just able to smother these shots.
You mentioned previously, just a little bit less pace and more angle. Look for a corner on either one of those.
Absolutely, and I guarantee that Coach Zabawa is going to be saying that to his players, to his forwards, to his goal scorers. Guys, we just got to settle in a bit and find the corner. Eduardo's athletic enough. He can cover a lot of this goal, so you're going to have to put those balls in the corners when you have those opportunities.
Savadil. Cross. So many opportunities in here, and we've got the just outside of the 18, I believe. No?
No, it is outside the 18. Yes, you are right about that. I just want to see this one again. Bit of a shove, a lot of an exaggeration maybe. Doesn't matter, it's a foul, and they've got a free kick. This is where Lexington needs to kind of make an adjustment and start thinking, okay, we've got to play physical, but we got to keep our hands off of their backs. We've got to limit these free kick opportunities.
Another free, here it is, fired, a goal!
This one has the power and the accuracy, the space. Eduardo actually made an effort on it, but there's so much power, it just goes past his outstretched hands. The challenge about being a goalkeeper in that situation is your wall is right in front of you, so it limits your vision, so it limits how quickly you can react. You just don't get enough time to see that ball and move fast enough. Not with a shot coming that hard. So this is where Lexington's going to have to make some adjustments. They're going to have to be smarter about how they're defending, where their hands are, because they are getting called for these fouls. And Skutt, whether they're playing it up or not, they're getting the calls.
.2:30 to go before halftime, and Skutt has evened this at 1.
It's interesting, since Alex Cruz got that yellow card, typically we see those yellow card players, they have to exit the field, but they quickly come back on. Alex Cruz has not come back on yet. Luis Meja has dropped back into that position in the center back.
Another opportunity. Aiden Trum, just a bit too high for Trum.
Lexington can't afford to give up these poor clearances. When that first pass tries to go in here, he misses the clearance, and it gives Skutt, no, he's very much onside. Could have shown you with that line there. I apologize, I wasn't quick enough. There's another goal.
And again, Caleb Voss.
the corner kick, those set pieces. Second set piece goal of the night for Skutt. Eduardo dives to the near post. Voss shoots to the far post.
Ooh. Add a little bend to it.
And that's why we take shots that doesn't always look like it has a chance, because sometimes they squirt through.
2 quick goals from Skutt, and they've taken the lead late in the first half. Here's Vargas.
Very quick momentum change. 2 quick goals will do that.
There's Hansen.
So one of the things we want to see here, do all the fouls, does the yellow card, does that start to change how Lexington defends? Do they hesitate on tackles? Do they hold off just a little bit? There's a way to stay physical and aggressive, but you gotta get your hands down, but it's challenging mentally. Where's that line?
9, 8, 7.
So time will tick down here, and that'll do it for first half play here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha. The Skyhawks with 2 goals late in the half, both by Caleb Voss. And they have a 2-1 lead over the Lexington Minutemen. Let's go down to the field to Ryan Mix.
All right, thanks, Larry. Well, Coach, quick turn of events there. What do you tell your team going into halftime?
Nothing changes. You know, it's a 1-goal game like it's been the whole first half. We just got to keep doing what we do. 40 minutes to continue to play our game. We feel good. Nothing to worry about.
A couple goals given up, but overall, Gomez, he's been pretty solid. What do you think about his performance?
Yeah, he's playing really well. He said he was nervous yesterday, but not nervous today. So doesn't make sense, but I love the way he's playing. We'll pump him up here at halftime and get his head back in the game.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, no problem.
3 goals in the first 40 minutes. The first coming from the Minutemen on the cross by Perez. The next 2, the senior, Caleb Voss, bends them both. And Skutt has a 2-1 lead.
At halftime of the Class B championship, Skutt leads 2-1 over Lexington. We'll have first half highlights and stats coming up after this.
Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. It was a busy first half for Eduardo Gomez.
It was. We've seen a lot of goalkeeper action already tonight. Skutt starting out strong with lots of shots, giving Eduardo plenty of saves to make. And unfortunately, or fortunately for them, it kept them in the game for most of the first half. And we see that same action from Zach on the other end. Zach Weiss coming up big. This one, Yoskar makes an amazing overlap run, sets it up for Alex Perez. But Skutt then is gonna answer. Lexington was excited to take the lead. Short-lived. Caleb Voss coming on big time. Really strong, powerful left foot. Finds the free kick goal. Then he takes another chance here. Slots it through. A small opening between Junior Casillas and Eduardo Gomez. A little bit of a lack of communication maybe there. Great shot from Voss, taking chances, results in goals.
Just 1:43 had transpired between those 2 goals for Skutt. And there's a look at the halftime stats. Skutt leads it. And look at the fouls, 10-3.
Yeah, that's the difference right now. This game has been very even. I mean, you see that Skutt has an advantage in the shots, but the fouls are what is killing it for Lexington right now.
All right, second half about to get underway here at Morrison Stadium. I'm joined with Skutt coach Justin Zabawa, and coach, 2 quick goals by Caleb Voss, and tell us about the second one.
Yeah, the second one was off a corner, straight off the training ground. We've been working on that, and we've ran it a few times. Hasn't been successful, but this time, I mean, he got a hold of it, and when he gets a hold of one, I mean, you saw what happened, the result, and it was fantastic.
The offense has been, foot on the pedal the entire first half. How do you keep that going in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, a big thing is I think both teams actually have been offense going. I mean, it's been back and forth, and so, the big thing is, we talked to them about finding their high line and making those different runs now to compensate for that, and, hopefully we can just keep it going.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate Coach Zabawa taking a few moments to chat to start this second half. This team leads 2-1.
Seeing some of that same sportsmanship, helping him get up off the field. He knows he clipped his foot there. Well, I don't think we're going to see too many changes from Skutt as far as their attacking style of play. We saw Lexington make some adjustments early on and just trying to deny that pass over the top or through. And they haven't gotten scored on that. They have gotten scored on set pieces. So they're going to have to make some adjustments on how they physically are defending, how many fouls they're giving up. And of course, we have to see Lexington's going to have to answer.
It seems like, Skutt is going to do what Skutt does. They're going to continue to push. As Coach said, pedal to the metal the entire time.
Yeah, no doubt. I think he definitely falls into that category of the best defense is a good offense. And he's got a great defense. He's got John Myers back here. He's got Zach Weiss. I mean, there's a reason they only play with 3 in the back line.
Voss with the throw in, then right back to him, and Voss will fire it on the cross.
Yeah, great cross there. Just didn't have the numbers in the box to get on the end of that one.
Here's Orada now with it. Orada turning the corner.
And there's Alex Cruz.
You can hear Alex Cruz coming, right?
He is not a small, he's not a small person. He's got good speed.
Yeah.
And he's a smart defender. He knows where to put his body, how to use his body.
Foul on Shit.
Oh, little nutmeg there. Caleb Voss. That's one of the things Coach Zabawa said about him. He said he's the most creative player on the field. He's the difference tonight so far.
Mm-hmm. There's Toth with the cross. Gathered. And sent away by Raimundo.
It gave him a little bit too much space to settle that ball. Nice job collapsing on him.
Vargas now with the throw in for the Minutemen. Lexington was on the board first at 21-15. Goal by Perez. Skutt answered with 2 goals within 143 of each other.
Might be the first time we've seen Eduardo punt the ball. He's certainly capable of getting it upfield. The problem with punts is they become 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
So you actually end up seeing less and less of those, especially in the boys' game and the men's game these days.
A little more controlled pace.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to mention that. Although here we have
Through ball.
a big switch point of attack.
Crossed. But Zavadil couldn't get there. Look at it again.
We're going to see more nutmegs tonight, I think. That's a great one-touch ball, switching the point of attack to that weak side of the defense, gives you a one-on-one opportunity on that far right side.
Zavadil on the far side. Toth was the target of the cross.
So Zavadil was offside there. He started in an offside position, tried to come back onside before he went. Linesman didn't quite see him come back onside far enough. So here he is. You can see him right here in this offside position. That's the offside that the referee is calling right there.
Nice use of the telestrator, by the way. Impressive.
I'm working on this side of the game now. Yeah, the pace in the second half is definitely a little bit slower than we saw in that first half. It was a lot of transition, high speed, back and forth. I fully expect that we're going to see more of that. The deeper we get into this second half, the more urgency we're going to find Lexington really pushing into that attacking position.
First ever trip to the finals for Lexington. First ever trip to the state tournament for the girls from Lexington this year. So a great
That's
year.
pretty impressive.
For the Minutemen, yep. And Skutt, also obviously both boys and girls teams down here, both in the finals of the championship. Skutt girls winning earlier today.
Obviously for Skutt, it's one of those dream situations that they want to have happen, is to have both of their teams win a state title on the same night, same year.
Here's Casillas with it. 2 defenders on him. Takes it into the 18.
Yeah,
left-handed try not there.
Fully expect Skutt to, every time Casillas gets the ball, they're going to try to have at least 2 defenders on him. Casillas is bending over just a bit. You got to wonder if, is he having any, residual knee pain that he's still trying to overcome? Is it a game fitness type of thing? I mean, when you're out for 3 weeks and you're just coming back, game fitness is lost easily and hard to gain back.
Kubat and Fletcher into the game now for the Skyhawks as Hansen and Trum will take a breather.
Zach Weiss happy to take this free kick. He's got plenty of leg on him. Here's some of this nice footwork from Yoskar Galvin. And when you're that good and the ball stays that close to your foot, you end up drawing the foul. I mean, they have to almost foul him there. Otherwise, he's gonna squirm his way out of it.
Oh, terrific job by Zach Weiss.
Yeah, Zach's extension and ability to get high up in the air, extend those arms all the way out. He reaches the ball at its highest point. Doesn't allow any of those Lexington attackers to get a touch on the ball.
One more, so good in the air. We've seen it a couple of times.
Yeah, and you know, like we talked about earlier with Eduardo Gomez, it's that bravery factor to be able to come out in a crowd of people and just take that ball with no bobble. Oh!
Boy, terrific bicycle kick effort.
If they score on a bicycle kick.
Vargas thought he had it.
I thought he had a shot at that. I mean, this is the right decision right here. Just doesn't quite connect. Just slices underneath the ball. What an effort.
Corner header right at the goal. Oh, and then over the crossbar. Terrific opportunity for Diego Martinez.
Yeah, what a cross that comes in. We see this one initial save, and it's bouncing around. The ball is bouncing up. Those are very difficult balls to keep down and on frame because the ball is rising even as you're hitting it. You can see Lexington knocking on the door. Good defensive tactic there.
Free kick opportunity here for Lexington. Minutemen looking for someone to step up here. Looking for the equalizer. 26:44 to go in the game.
Our referee tonight has certainly been consistent. In the first half, Lexington was definitely a little bit more, sometimes late on those tackles, a little bit more aggressive. Now we're seeing Skutt kind of doing some of the same things, and he's calling it consistently.
Saw Ryan Witt try to get a little sneaky there. They're going to have Witt move to there. He was well behind the play after the official had left, and then he came in.
This is a dangerous ball.
Trying to settle it and regain. Tried the cross, not there. Going to flick into the box and through. you asked earlier this week, you were chatting with Coach McCargan. He said, you know, big game like this, you know what you're going to get from the big players. Anybody, you know, in particular that you were looking to step up? He said, yeah, they all wear Minutemen uniform. Expecting he'd get this kind of effort in the state championship.
Certainly when you have 21 different people score, any single one of them can step up at any moment. He has a lot of confidence in all of them. We've seen one little change now. Junior Casillas has moved back into that attacking center midfield role. Trying to generate a little bit of more offense, getting more touches on the ball. He's gotten another shot there.
Corner upcoming. Header wide. Galvin was there.
Another look at this corner kick.
And there is the goals against for Zach Weiss. 115. 5 goals allowed this season.
That's incredible. That's an extremely low goals against average. When you think about they're in their 22nd game, 18 consecutive shutouts.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've talked about this before. I mean, the back line deserves a lot of credit, but when you've got somebody like Zach Weiss, he's got the athleticism, he reads the game really well, he's got the footwork, he's got the hands, and he communicates so well with that back line.
Throw in into the 18. Skutt will play it back to regroup. That back line of Lexington just continue to extend through there.
That's a nicely weighted pass. That's a tough decision for Eduardo. Great decision to come out and clear that with his feet. You know, if I'm Coach McCarg, I'm thinking about the reason why they moved Junior Casillas inside. Out on the wing, he's able to isolate, but if you're gonna double team him anyway and create those, have that compactness and those numbers around him, why not get him in the middle, get him some extra touches and see what can happen. I don't know if that was supposed to be a shot, but that actually kind of dropped down into a dangerous spot. Good job, Zach Weiss, reading that.
Great speed there by Skutt. Nice sliding tackle.
Really good timing to get his foot in front of the ball, takes away the ball, and then the player falls over him. Perfectly technically executed. That's a great throw-in. Beautiful build-up from Lexington. Vargas just can't quite hold on to it on that little spin move there.
nearing the midway point here of half number 2. No goals here in the second half. Skutt with 2 late in the first to take that 2-1 lead. Gomez swings it out to Ramirez. Looking in the mid is
we know both of these teams have the capability of scoring goals, but the defensive effort has stepped up even in this second half from both sides.
Gathered by Martinez. Fletcher sends it away.
So on that, the ball that was trying to be played ended up hitting the referee. That's why he gave them a little drop ball there so they can continue the play.
Punched out of there by Weiss.
That's an outstanding punch. And it looks like somebody may have gotten injured in that play.
Cramp. Boy, look at that.
You've got to love this.
We talked about the respect these two teams have for each other.
Such great sportsmanship that we've seen on both sides tonight. Zach Weiss comes out and punches that ball and gets his feet out from underneath and lands hard on his back.
And here is the save by Zach Weiss. Punches it away. Coverage of the 2021 NSAA Soccer Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Kubota Dealers. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back in Morrison Stadium here in Omaha, 2-1 Skutt on top in the Class B state championship. Good to have you with us, along with Baron McCrary. I'm Larry Putney, Ryan Mix on the sideline. A good one here in Class B between the Skyhawks and the Minutemen. Skutt leading again 2-1. 2 goals late in that first half to take the lead.
I think we're going to see another card here.
And we do. Tovar, one of the captains, with the foul.
Jason Tovar is a center back here. Coming through, yeah, just late. I mean, the ball was already past him. He really didn't have a choice at that point. He has to get his body there. Is definitely the reason for the yellow card is he stopped the forward progress and there wasn't a lot of help behind him.
Gomez is there. Now the build-up here.
Yeah, Lexington is really good building up from that defensive third through the midfield third. They're kind of struggling on that final entry pass into the attacking third right now. Real Coob out there with a big block. He's getting ready to play football at Midland and definitely used his legs to block that one.
Tovar back in there now after the yellow card. Here's Perez.
And this is what Lexington wanted, right? We've seen their adjustment in this half. They've not given up the fouls they gave up in the first half. Now they're on the other end of it. That's definitely a foul. It's a dangerous area. We'll see if Lexington can be as successful capitalizing.
Free kick will be taken by Junior Casillas, one of the captains headed to Iowa Western Community College. Here's Casillas. What a great save.
He put some nice bend on that ball, trying to bend it around the wall a little bit. Not quite enough power to beat Zach Weiss. He's going to be able to read that. Got to put a little more zing on that.
Nice job in the air there by the Minutemen. Almost slow it down and try to build. Sit ahead by Orada.
Well done by Zach Orada to stay with that and find that pass down the line. Casillas again, isolated, just the one defender. Can he make something out of it?
Ooh, great opportunity. Nice touch pass from Martinez.
He had another chance. Had a shot here and just comes under the ball too much. Again, that ball is bouncing. You really have to change the way you come down on the ball, hit it on the half volley to keep that low and on target.
Perez ended up getting the opportunity. But again, terrific setup by Junior Casillas. The cross. Nice settle by Martinez, and Perez just a bit too tall. As some cramping started going on. We have a couple of players down getting stretched right now, one on each team.
When these games are played at this kind of speed that we've seen, and there's been very little slowdown, cramps are bound to happen, right?
Coach Picard, 8th season in Lexington. He said one of his former coaches, Scott Steinbrook, who still at Kearney, coached him when he was a player, called him after the semifinal win and said, you know what, the toughest one is behind you. That semifinal game is so difficult. You're right on the precipice, you're almost there, you're not there, a lot of pressure.
Sure.
At this point, you've earned the privilege and the honor to be one of the best in the state and play for a state title. It is a incredibly dynamic attack for this Lexington squad. You mentioned it earlier, the number of players who have scored on the season. And Skutt's done a terrific job. There is exactly the 21 different players have scored a goal, 7 with 10 or more.
I mean, that's such a well-balanced team. You can't really just key in on any one player and expect that you're going to shut this Lexington team down. And this, Yoskar Galvin, he's been a little bit quieter in this second half, and I really think they need him to really restart this and get something happening again.
Alvarado. There's Junior with it.
And they've created some decent opportunities. Just haven't found the back of the net this second half.
Sent deep by Dylan Toth, who then immediately went down. Here's Hansen with it. Good tackle.
Alex Cruz, that was a great display of getting his body between the player and the ball. We talk about this when we coach players on how to defend. And if you can get your foot in between and then move your hips and your body, you can separate that player from the ball.
We had 4 players down at once in different parts of the field. 3 Skutt players were down and 1 Lexington. And let's look at that collision that happened. Ooh, that was almost a head to face.
Yeah, that did not look good.
Yeah.
You just got to wonder if their eyes are just trained somewhere else and they just don't see where each of them are running to.
Yeah.
That looked like it hurt.
Resulted in a nosebleed, it looks like. Here's Toth coming off very gingerly.
Well, you certainly got to respect the effort that's been given from all of these players tonight. I mean, when you're going as hard as they're going, as long as they're doing it, you know, this cramping, these injuries are coming, and they're just fighting through it. Lexington has certainly controlled the ball more in this second half. We haven't seen too many big opportunities for Skutt, but they're the ones with the lead. The pressure's not on them to score right now.
Ramirez.
You're really seeing Lexington swinging this ball around in a lot of ways, making Skutt chase. Skutt's so dangerous in transition, though, that I don't think they mind the chase on defense because they know when they win the ball, they're going to get a chance to transition and try to get that ball behind the back line.
And through with Perez again, and it's sent out.
Maybe just a little bit too much passing there in the central channel there for Lexington. They're trying to give the ball to somebody else who might be in a better position to shoot, but at this point in the game, you just have to take chances and see what happens.
No one there on the cross from Martinez.
Crowd wanted a foul on that one, but I didn't see it.
And slide tackle. But Hansen, check that, Caleb Voss, who has both goals in the game for Skutt, is down after that slide.
Bodies are flying, that's for sure. But the ball is getting taken away. Oh, that one.
Ooh, yeah. That's that right ankle.
Yeah, ouch. Not a lot of ball on that one, that's for sure. Caleb Voss trying to play that ball over, trying to jump over the tackle coming in. Gets the inside of his ankle there. I probably would have called that one a foul.
Yeah. Again, we have the benefit of slow-mo, right?
Absolutely.
Multiple angles, but yeah. upon further review.
Yeah, exactly. Referees have a tough job.
Oh. There's another look. Yep, just caught that right ankle. Rolled it.
Skutt wants to keep Voss on the field if they can. He's been, not only has he scored both goals for them tonight, but he's been so dangerous, swinging in balls on crosses, just making things happen from that left wing.
You see the numbers for Voss, 12 and 10 on the season, 2 of those 12 coming tonight. And 4 down here at State.
That's a great ball.
Answer with the chase. Out comes Eduardo.
Gotta love the confidence of Eduardo. Not even just to clear that ball first time, but to take it out of the air and run with it and connect a pass to feet.
Here is Perez now.
Minutes left in the game, 11 minutes. I'd like to see Perez try to be a little bit more patient there, a little bit rushed shot, didn't get a great shot off. You're down a goal, you have to take chances, but maybe work that up just a little bit closer, see if you can get a more dangerous opportunity.
Again, here is Perez. Perez takes it in and just mistimed. A little too heavy to find Morales. Back into the game now comes Raimundo.
Yeah, great run there from Morales. Maybe Perez just holds on to that just a little bit long. I was worried that Morales was offside, but really good run there. That's a dangerous play. This is probably another yellow card, or, yep.
And that is going to be the second yellow, I believe.
Yep.
On Cruz.
Certainly Cruz wasn't trying to injure anybody. He's trying to clear that ball. But when you bring your foot up that high on a bouncing ball like that, it's a very dangerous play, as we see here. Let's look at the replay. Nope. Interesting. It didn't look like it hit his head.
Oh, it didn't touch his head. But it was a terrific flop.
Yes.
He could grab the head. Hey, he got the call he wanted.
That's exactly right. And not only that, now Lexington's playing a man down.
Yeah, that's a remarkable flop there.
This is one of those moments where you wish the referees had VAR.
Replay, absolutely.
You know, they're doing that on the international level, the pro level. I think that's one of those
yep.
replay moments that the referee reverses that decision if he sees that in slow-mo.
A few borderline that we thought tonight might have been worthy of maybe a nomination for an Academy, but I think that one might win it. Davidson
Unfortunately, it's become part of the game.
It has, absolutely.
Sometimes a moment like that can really spark something in a team when you're playing a man down, but this is going to be a monumental task to overcome.
9 minutes to go. A man down by 1 against one of the best defensive teams in the state. The through pass here, a little too weighted, and Eduardo Gomez off the line to make the play.
And typically this would be that point in the game when you would push up one of those 4 in your back line if you're Lexington. Push up somebody, get more involved, get those numbers up higher on the field. But now that you've lost one of your center backs, you're essentially playing with 3 center backs anyway, and it's really difficult at this point to push anybody else up.
Voss with the throw in, back in there after rolling that ankle.
So we're starting to see Skutt a little bit. They want to manage this game at this point. I mean, there's still plenty of time left. So Skutt's going to kind of take their time on these throw-ins. There's no urgency from their point of view. Got to be careful not to give up a corner kick here.
Perez sends it ahead to Junior Casillas. Back line there for the Skyhawks.
So now we're seeing Junior in that 9 position, that high center forward position. And a free kick opportunity. Yeah, Lexington wants to push as many numbers forward as they can here.
In the box, punched out, it's free. Loose in there, here's Perez.
Zach Weiss, what a great save. No, not quite, it did cross the line. I love that effort from Zach Weiss to prevent the corner kick from happening. First he makes a little punch, stays engaged on the play, and he sees this deflection that's about to happen right here, and he's trying to save the corner kick, not quite able to do it.
So the corner here for Lexington. Weiss goes up and gets it again.
And he's so confident in the air. And this is where, yep, Lexington's gonna have to go and force that ball away from Zach Weiss. Looks like we've got some rain coming down now. This makes the ball a little bit more slippery. Can be an advantage for when you're shooting on the goal. Put a little skip on that, on the shot, might skip out of the reach of the goalkeeper. Yeah, offside again. Starting to see Lexington push up some of those numbers. You see just the 2 center backs. I would expect that this right back needs to push up at this point. Try to create some extra numbers up there.
There's Casillas, Junior Casillas with it. to Perez. And rain really coming down now here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha.
You know, just a little earlier, I was about to say what a perfect night of weather we've had. And here it comes now.
Four minutes to go. Lexington trying to find some way to even it. Alvarado.
Yeah, Skutt's dropped in. They're playing a lot of defensive players now, trying to make it really congested there in that central channel. We know that Lexington likes to attack into that central channel and find those shots at the top of the box. They just haven't had a lot of room to get any shots off.
Substitution here for the Skyhawks. Back in is Charles Fletcher. There you see the ring.
Oh, this is dangerous for Eduardo.
Davison. Eduardo tried to recover, did not, and Davidson closed it out.
So Davidson recognized that Eduardo is out of the goal box, went for that ball. Eduardo is running back to get into position, and a deflection. Davidson really makes a good decision to take an early shot here. That little deflection is actually what changed the path of that ball. And that pretty much seals the deal for Skutt tonight.
Seventh goal of the year for the senior Andrew Davidson. And now a 2-goal lead, 2:30 to go. And Skutt is just going to pack it in. And a man down for Lexington. And it certainly looks like Skutt in line to win another state championship.
You just feel for Gomez on something like that. He's had such a great game tonight, and he's still going after it. Certainly no fault for Eduardo Gomez on that third goal. And you can't even blame the defender, you know? I mean, that's your job. You're trying to stop things from happening. Sometimes those things just happen.
Another shot just wide. 1:30 to go. One of the best defensive teams in the state this year. And head coach Justin Zabawa. They have been in this state championship game 10 times and about ready to take home their 7th state championship. And this, for both the boys and the girls, for Skutt, would be back-to-back, or I guess for the boys, back-to-back championships.
But historic because they've never won.
Right.
The boys and the girls have never won a championship in the same year.
So Skutt will get the double.
You know, and you often, you know, they talk about it all the time. Which one wins games? Is it the better offense or the better defense? For tonight, the defense for Skutt held up. They managed to find 3 goals, which is hard to do in any game. But their defense definitely held up against a very dynamic offense from Lexington.
Now we'll count it down to a Skutt championship. 10 seconds to go. The Skyhawks go back-to-back here at Morrison. Their 7th title overall. They won it in 2019, and those ladies won it earlier tonight. Terrific night for Skutt Catholic. That's not from the rain. That's from the Gatorade. Justin Zabawa in his 8th year. Skutt goes back-to-back, and that was a chilly one. Medals and trophies when we come back here in Omaha. Coverage of the 2021 NSAA Soccer Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Kubota Dealers. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Welcome back to Morrison Stadium. The Skyhawks once again winning a state championship. They went back-to-back 2019, 2021. The girls won it earlier today. 3-1 the final. Time now for medals and trophies to be presented. And for that, let's go to Chad Price.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Directors member Tom Lee from Omaha Northwest. Here are the awards for 2021 Class B runner-up Lexington High School. Will head coach Jess McHarg and your assistants please step toward the middle of the field to present the silver medals to each of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 0, Eduardo Gomez Vasquez. Number 2, Kenny Morales Suarez. Number 4, Jason Tovar Batres. Number 6, Narciso Ramirez. Number 7, Joshua Morales de Leon. Number 8, Jordi Enamorado. Number 9, Yoscar Galvin Mercado. Number 10, Jose Casillas. Number 11, Diego Martinez Maravilla. Number 12, Miguel Raimundo Jesus. Number 15, Bradley Orozco Gonzalez. Number 16, Alexander Perez Tunay. Number 17, Luis Mahia Garcia. Number 18, Freddy Vargas Squido. Number 19, Victor Guzman. Number 20, Ernesto Vargas Hernandez. Number 23, Harold Pineda Mejorga. Number 27, Manuel Saranza Gomez. Number 28, Ezequiel Lucas Reynoso. Number 31, Alexander Cruz Castaneda. Number 35, Oscar Echevarria. And number 41, Angel Diaz. And now, here is the 2021 NSAA Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Lexington High School. And now to the 2021 Class B champions, Omaha Skutt Catholic High School. First, head coach Justin Zabawa, we have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team. Number 0, Zachary Weiss. Number 1, Andrew Davidson. Number 2, Samuel Shent. Number 3, Kyle Hansen. Number 4, Caleb Voss. Number 5, Blake Flom. Number 6, Ryan Zavado. Number 7, Aiden Trum. Number 8, Dylan Toth. Number 9, Michael Carmenzin. Number 10, John Myers. Number 11, Kyle Stoppick. Number 12, William Tobabin. Number 13, Zachary Orada. Number 14, Dominic Costanzo. Number 15, Miguel Thompson. Number 16, Ryan Witt. Number 19, Tyler Phillips. Number 21, Cale Carlson. Number 23, William Kubat. Number 24, Charles Fletcher. And number 26, Morgan Finkenbinder. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance is Senior Vice President, Treasurer, and Chief Financial Officer, Lisa Finkener, to head coach, Justin Zabawa. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here's the 2021 NSAA Class B State Soccer Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Omaha Skutt Catholic High School.
They are your state champs in 2021 on both the boys and girls side. The Skutt Skyhawks bringing home another title. Sliding into history. That's 7 for Skutt.
welcome back to Morrison Stadium here with the state champs. Head coach Justin Carlson. You're a little wet from the ice bath and now the rain, but I imagine it's a pretty good feeling being a state champ.
Oh yeah, it's an incredible feeling, especially after losing the season last year. All the hard work these guys put in, which started really as soon as they found out their season was over, and they worked so hard for this, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
This team hasn't faced a ton of adversity as far as trailing. So when you were down 1-0, what were you thinking and what was the message to the guys?
That was actually, I think, the first time we've been trailing all year. And, I go back to, I think the goal that we gave up against Bennington really helped us, to be honest, because, that was the first time that we'd really been in that adverse place, and they responded then, and you saw them respond again tonight, and Caleb put in 2 fantastic goals to get us that lead into half, and luckily we were able to withstand their barrage of shots and able to get that third one.
And what about to win on the same night that the girls win? How special is this for the school?
That's really special because it's never happened before. We played in the state finals in the same year multiple times, and we've never both won it. So to win tonight right after the girls won it, it makes this extra special.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, let's bring in Andrew. Andrew Davidson, the senior who had the final goal. And Andrew, walk us through that goal in the final few minutes.
I just saw it sitting in the middle of the field. I just went for it and saw the goalie was out of position. Just full sent it.
And to be able to end your high school career as state champ, how's this feel?
Oh, phenomenal. This group of guys that we've got here is words, I don't know what to describe it, but this team is special.
Last year you didn't have a season due to COVID. You played in the Cornhusker State Games, but I have to imagine this trophy is a lot better than winning the Cornhusker State Games.
Yes. We've got all the numbers of the seniors that were supposed to play last year on all of our captain bands. We played for them tonight, so it was fun to get the win for them.
Congratulations, Andrew.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's bring in keeper Zach Weiss. Zach's had a phenomenal year, 18 straight shutouts. Heading into the semifinal match, just a phenomenal season for you individually and as a team. What'd you think about tonight? Because Lexington definitely tested you and put some pressure on you.
Yeah, this was the first time we were down all season. So they came out hot right away, and they put one away. We had a couple opportunities. We couldn't finish. But we knew if we stayed confident, it was going to come. And it did. When you have guys like Caleb Voss on the team, Andrew Davidson, they're going to find a way. They're good players. Everyone on this team knows what to do.
How big of a shift was it, momentum-wise, when Voss got those 2 goals at the end of the half?
It was game-changing, especially when you get the crowd into it. We had a great support out here tonight. So did Lexington. So once we got that goal, you could feel the shift in the crowd, and we kind of got more patient, and we knew more were coming, and then they did.
Zach, congratulations on a fantastic career and a great game.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's bring in Caleb Voss, the hero who had the first 2 goals, both goals coming at the end of the second half. And Caleb, those 2 goals came pretty quick within, I think, a couple minutes of each other. Different approaches, the second one on a corner kick. But how big was that for you to come through for your team?
Yeah, it was amazing, especially after the slow start we had the first 20 minutes. We kind of struggled, and we gave up that goal. And then once we found one, we got our adrenaline going, and we were able to find another one.
And then for Andrew to punch it in the final few minutes, another senior to get a goal here in a state championship match. And Zach, the keeper, another senior. A lot of great seniors on this team to go out your high school career state champion. How special is this for you in the senior class?
Yeah, it's amazing. We're not just teammates or friends. We're best friends. It's what we've all dreamed of since freshman year. Even middle school and grade school, we just dream this moment, and it's amazing.
And what about for the Skutt Catholic High School, at large, for the girls to win tonight and the boys, the first time ever in school history that you've won on the same night? How cool is that?
It's just an amazing feeling. Our coaches and everybody at Skutt works so hard for us, and it's amazing to be on top of Class B.
Caleb, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Omaha Skutt Catholic champions in the boys and girls tonight here at Morrison Stadium. A special night for the Skyhawks. We'll be back to wrap things up.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium. 3-1 is the final. Skutt was a winner tonight over Lexington. I want to remind you, if you'd like a DVD of today's game from the NSAA Soccer Championships, just call 1-800-868-1868. For $19.95 plus shipping and handling, you can relive all the exciting moments for this year's state championship for years to come. Well, what a great couple of days. 4 champions crowned over the last 2 days. Final thoughts, Maren?
We've seen some incredible soccer over these last 2 days. Exciting drama, red cards, yellow cards. We've had it all. Lots of goals, lots of incredible saves. Couldn't have asked for a better championships.
Terrific couple of days from here at Morrison. Skutt wins it tonight. One final time from here. Thanks to our entire crew. Producer Brock Lord, Director Ryan Dovish. And for the final time, under the direction of our executive sports producer, Joe Turco. Congratulations, Joe. For Maren McCrary, I'm Larry Putney. For Ryan Mix, I want to say thanks so much for joining us and watching the NSAA Soccer Championships on Nebraska Public Media. Good night from Morrison.